Today you find me at Coggeshall Barn. There is quite a display going on. Let's go and find out what it's all about. This is the Essex Industrial Archaeology Group Fair. You call it a fair? And there is Treble-Disley. Kudos to Trevor. Right, we got Earl's Combe, we've got Halstead, and I've just been told in this area of Halstead, where these trees are, there are some old air raid shelters, and they're trying to get them preserved. And this is what this display is all about.
I can send you our last newsletter which came out.
Halstead is one of the towns that I've lived in the past, and so is Earl's Combe. This is about more than just Coggeshall. It's about the area that Coggeshall is a part of, and all the heritage that we have around us.
I should do some more. Because it's the sequence of raising and lowering that creates the pattern as well. This is who though, isn't it? Yes, that's just come out today. Okay, that's one complete section.
So a lot of work goes in there.
It's slow, it's not a fast process at all. I mean, I'm weaving two layers at the same time, which makes it a little bit slower and a little bit more complicated. And easy to forget where you've got to when you're talking to someone. If I leave that like that, there's a stopping there.
That's
slide
lovely.
my finger in between the two layers. And this is an 8-shaft loom.
You wearing anything you've done?
Not that I've woven, no, not today. I've got scarves on the table, but I'm not wearing one today. I probably should have, although it's my feet that are cold, not my neck.
Yeah, that's been cold today. It's nice, it's turned out alright actually. Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Good for your circulation doing that as well.
Don't leave these silly machines.
Reminds me of brushing the cat.
It's like brushing.
Very, very interesting. And we're here demonstrating speed.
I managed to find something.
There's a story of if you're ever pursuing a lady who spins, she's very light-footed and she'll get away from you
Oh,
because of all the exercise you do with your feet.
of course. Yes. Makes us very nimble.
Nimble ankles.
Yeah.
It's a message for you ladies. Start spinning and you'll be nimble. Is that a special mirror for seeing if there's somebody sort of watching?
Over my shoulder.
Over your shoulder. Are you having a break?
No, that's because my bobbin is very deep. When I'm sitting here, which is the correct position to sit, because the wheel is lower than me, I can only see actually from there to there. So I need to have the
That's a brilliant adaptation, really.
£1.37 compared to what they call a what's it mirror, inspection mirror.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they go around £1.35. If you buy a special little tiny machine thing that goes on here, so it gives you another cog, which actually automatically goes up. So it's like £300. So I think £1.37 for an inspection mirror will do fine. Yeah.
Now, Dave, I shall show you something that people often ask about, and that is what happens when it breaks. And all you have to do is just lay another little bit alongside it, and the little scales on the individual fibres cling onto each other. And if you were 4 years old, I would tell you that they had little hands that hold on.
Because that is real wool, isn't
That
it?
is real wool.
Yeah.
It's wool. Obviously, this has been dyed, but yours hasn't. It's wool, pure wool.
And this is a lovely fleece that's just been washed. It's a Leicester long wool, blue-faced Leicester cross. So it's bred for its length of staple, which you can see is very long. The staple is the length from the sheep to where it's grown to. So that's quite a long staple. Longer than that would be a Wensleydale, which is all curly, which is even more curly than this. So what I do with that, take this off here, is, I would have these fixed on a table, and then I put the animal end, if you like, onto the comb. You see that's where that's the tip. That's the tip. That's where it hangs down. Once you've broken that, if you don't break it, you pull it out. Yes, but now the next bit won't have to. Yes, it will, because they're all staples, aren't they? So you keep going, wherever you are, you pull out keep going until you've got no more left. So, right. So you just keep pulling your staple out. It's nice if you can get 2 or 3 at the same time, because it's easier to... Thank you very much, right? No problem. It's the prettiest table I've ever had. I won't fill it, and although it looks shorter, actually by the time it's all sorted out it's the same length, because of the staple has got such a spring to it. Right, so that's fixed. Right, so I'll just pull the tips out just to make it easier to comb. And this is called worsted spinning because all the fibres continue to go all the same way. So all the little teeth catch on.
It's called what?
Worsted. Have you had a worsted suit? Oh, my nice. Yeah, I've got a new worsted suit now. men usually do. It's because it's the way that the wool is spun.
Right.
So you get a finer and weave yarn, so your pattern will show clearer. It might be not as warm as brushed when you do it on hand carders, because the air doesn't catch the same, because all the wool is going the same way. So I'd probably fill that up to here, actually. Are you happy?
I am happy. Yes. How far away do you want me to be?
If you could just come over to the left a little. You're right. Oh, stop there. Hold on tight. I just start at the tips, because it's just the tips are taking out the long fibres first. So the long fibres will just be pulled out, and I'm constantly taking my comb at right angles to the other comb. Now I'm getting some static there. So again, in the 1400s, they would apply a little bit of oil, which this has got oil, water and oil, only a little bit of oil in there, to help with the fact that it's been washed out and leaves you with this. In this case, it takes, and so those bits I don't want, because they're short and they will upset the quality of my spinning. So then I've got to transfer it back again onto here, again with the tips. You start, just go back a little, so you can see how it's going on all the time. Like candy floss, yes. Yeah. And in actual fact, that's exactly when you come to spin it. That's how it goes onto your wheel. And go back a little bit. Oh, I see. So according to the quality of the fleece, if it is lumpy bumpy and there's a lot of knots and stuff in it and it's not a very good fleece, you might have to do this transfer 6 times perhaps. On this fleece, it's such a good fleece, I'll probably only do it 3. Again, you can see these are short pieces as opposed to what I'm going to get off there. Once more. I think if I do this once and then transfer it back again, you can see it's why it's useful to have it on a table. And I have a little board that it's screwed to, and then I clamp the board to the table. Just be careful I don't take Pam's eyes out of it.
We both demonstrate at Paycock's house, so you've got it's pretty easy there.
That's right. And in Paycock's day, which was sort of the era that we often talk about when we're down there, which was what dates were those? 415?
Well, he died in 1518. He built the house, the bit that you see, you think of as Paycock's house, built in 1509, 1510.
So we're talking about the men that doing this. This comb would have been attached to the wall. It would have been this wide of teeth and that long, and had great long handles. So they would have 2 or 3 men working on 2 or 3 sides of a beam with combs that would be kept warming in a big tub of coals, and they just slotted these things, and they'd be working on one, and then when that cooled down, because it helped go through the lanolin of the fleece.
I think, oh, this is nice. Now this is for you, Bernie, look. You've looked after it all that time?
Yes, I had it when it was given to me when I was 9. Never knew nothing about it.